Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio in 2026, and he is apparently talking about wanting to improve education in the state. So, USA Today reports Vivek Ramaswamy outlined his position on the future of education during a forum in Hilliard, saying that the state needed to bring standards back into schools. Ramaswamy was a keynote speaker on August 20th at a panel discussion featuring Republican lawmakers, school choice advocates, and others. Outside, several dozen protesters lined the road leading up to the event center and said that the panel members inside represented a right-wing Republican threat to public education. Yeah, that typically is the way it works. Hardcore Republicans tend to be a threat to public education, and so we should really scrutinize their proposals on education when they purport to want to improve things. So, during his address, Ramaswamy said that bringing standards back to Ohio's education system would improve students' outcomes, arguing that the nation's education system was falling behind countries like China. Okay, so China is a serious threat. I mean, he's got a point, but is he just exploiting this? I don't know. Is he going to talk about how we should pay teachers more? Apparently, over 60% of Americans think we should pay teachers more, and I think that would definitely improve standards. If teachers are actually able to stress about less, they'll be able to more effectively teach their students. Quote, "We are going to bring a radical revolution of standards to our public schools. I would tell you that we're going to elevate our standards, but that may be too much. We're going to bring standards in the first place," Ramaswamy said. Ramaswamy said the state would focus on improving the standards for both reading and math in the state. He said he would bring back the third grade reading guarantee, a program focused on reading that the state already uses. Students who don't achieve a base score on a state test may be retained in the third grade, although during the 2023 to 24 school year, parents gained the option to exempt their students. He also said he would push a phonics-based reading education called the Science of Reading. The Ohio General Assembly already mandated that districts implement Science of Reading in their curriculum after Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, also a Republican, promoted the literacy method. I have to say, too, is Ramaswamy suggesting that Republicans who have run the state of Ohio recently have completely abolished standards for education? Did they just never exist in the first place? Or has the Republican state leadership of Ohio run Ohio's education system to the ground? Run it into the ground in his eyes. Is that what he's saying? I know Mike DeWine's a more moderate Republican, so maybe Ramaswamy would actually say yes. He would say, yes, moderate Republicans are terrible for education and they lower standards, and we need a hardcore right-wing MAGA Republican to really give our education system a boost. But I don't know. Quote, "It is our moral responsibility to make sure that you are able to read at any basic level before you advance to the fourth grade," Ramaswamy said. He also said that he wants to ensure that more students are proficient in math, particularly 8th grade algebra. Right now, he said, Ohio is completely missing that mark. The Dispatch previously reported that more than 60% of students in the state are not proficient in 8th grade algebra. Quote, "We are entering the era of AI. We're entering the era of quantum computing," Ramaswamy said. "It would be a moral dereliction if we allow our kids to grow up in that country, that world, to be victimized by the future instead of being empowered to seize that future." Okay, so I am glad that he brought up AI because that is a serious concern. AI allows students to cheat, basically. It allows them to cut corners, take shortcuts, and it misleads people as to what an actual good essay looks like. Unfortunately for AI, though, there are some telltale signs that it is being used. For example, excessive uses of dashes and just being written in a really robotic way that doesn't even sound human. Ramaswamy also said that the issues around public education have, quote, "devolved into an accounting debate where people debate about whether more or less funding will help public schools." Quote, "Now, I'm not going to say that if you lower funding that automatically means outcomes are going to improve, but it means that there are other factors far more responsible for whether students perform far more than this silly accounting debate." He also said that base teacher pay should be increased and that teacher salaries should be merit-based and determined by the district administration, not through collective bargaining agreements with unions. Okay, so at least he's saying that they should get higher pay, but then he's taking that dig at unions there. So, yeah. I would like a Democrat to kind of run an Andy Beshear-style campaign in Ohio. Andy Beshear, of course, really appealed to teachers and talked about the problems that Kentucky was facing with education. Now, I would imagine that because Kentucky is even more red than Ohio, Kentucky's education system was even worse than Ohio's is now, as much as Ramaswamy might enjoy dunking on Ohio's education system. Last year, a House Democrat introduced a bill to raise base teacher salary to $50,000, but the bill did not advance past committee. Wow. Under Ohio law, the base pay for a teacher with a bachelor's degree is $35,000. That is insane. That's insane. I mean, all people should generally be paid more, but like some people in retail can make more than that. $35,000 a year? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In Ohio, I mean, I get Ohio's not one of the most expensive states to live in. It's not California, Hawaii, or New York. But for crying out loud, that's like, you have the future of children in your hands, and you're getting $35,000 a year. Now, sure, you get summers off. Summer vacation is a great thing. Don't take it for granted. But they deserve more than that. Quote, "This is not a Republican talking point, but I'm going to say it anyway because it is true," Ramaswamy said. "The best public school teachers deserve to be paid a lot more than the starting salary of $40,000. In a modern economy, you can't live the American dream on that." I will agree on that. I will agree on that with Mr. Ramaswamy. But I do not want him to become governor of Ohio. I hope the Democrats can beat him. I hope that they get their act together. But even if they do, it's a red state now. It's a red state. You know, gone are the days of 2012 where Barack Obama won Ohio. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Vivek Ramaswamy and his campaign and his statements on education here. Like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This is the more the merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.